Sports Network. With Michael Cage, I'm Chris Fisher. And it's Dallas winning the tip. They try to give it to him, and there's a turnover. J-Dub was ready for it, stepped right into the passing lane. And Shea's going to get fouled quickly. You know Dallas is going to try to set up Gafford. A lot of pressure there on SGA. Dort, the wing three. J-Dub.
Jay Will is one of those shooters who can do that.
As the Mavs able to take advantage of that mismatch. Gafford, who was really...
And he got to that nail where he likes to get.
As Kyrie from the outside. Jay Whip. As J-Dub from the outside. Dials one up from downtown. And he's already got it going here in the first quarter. Three is off. No good.
Dallas coming off a loss last night. A close game.
Gafford was good. Washington had it poked away. Up ahead, J-Dub trying to create numbers. SGA giving it right back to him.
Man, it just hung right there. Could have gone either way.
As Dinwiddie, a reliable player, particularly off the bench. But now he's been called to start as...
How about this? Just in transition, man. Just a nice little easy stop and pop action.
And enjoy it free. Washington down the lane, and he is going to get fouled. As he's going to put P.J. Washington. As we take a look at tonight's Paris Devon injury report, a lot of guys for both teams, and a lot. Joe still out with that illness. That's the second consecutive game. Hartenstein with the...
Also very key personnel. As Jason Kidd. He's done a great job of just trying to hold this team together right now. While they're going through their injuries, as are the Thunder.
That's a team. But you also don't want to face a team when they're missing some of their guys, as Cason Wallace reaching in there with Giddem. You're not seeing how potent they are, and you're not seeing how they potentially play you in those moments.
And that's also where, you know, a lot of times you'll just give guys other look. You know, that's going.
J-Dub got run off the three-point line, so he steps in for the two, and that's the second one. It's just bounced right. Goes right around Washington, pulls up and scores the tip.
And once he gets to that seam, you just don't know what he's going to do. He does a good job of keeping his dribble.
As Gafford, big body, spins into the layup, missed it. SGA, Jordan Edwards, who drives in, hangs and scores off the glass. Dort, wide open, that is a layup line, three in the corner, he catches it in.
He talks like that.
Well, that was a real physical screen that got set. Dort.
Man, that's a rocket pass by J-Dub. Not to say that that wasn't a rocket pass by Jay Will, because you know he throws.
Quick substitution for Jason Kidd. And now I think that they're going to have an official's timeout.
There's P.J. Washington being attended to by the medical staff for the Mavericks. A little blood on the arm. Clear that up for medical reasons and obviously safety reasons.
Well, February, rightfully so. Starting the backcourt with Stephen Curry. And he plays defense as well as anybody on this team. That is the #1 defense in the NBA. It's Kyrie full. So is SGA. Stops, pulls up, and it's almost automatic when he gets to that spot.
You know the contact he got.
Kyrie gave up his dribble, and they're going to call him for an offensive foul.
Yeah. Easy guard. Contact and finish.
Guys for good and open shots. These two teams, they know each other so well. As Shea sizes up Grimes. That step back fadeaway three. Wallace right there, and it batted away by P.J. Washington. That it did. And you see one of those big guys in P.J. Washington. Dinwiddie leaned in and is going to get the bounce. So Dinwiddie already, and it's SGA that time in the dunker slot. You don't see that very often.
Yeah, that's just great. Interchange available. Nice little tasty dip.
Now trying to check Washington. Washington lowered the shoulder and was trying to get the foul, and he got it.
Kleber, and he gave up that baseline.
P.J. Washington, in those deadline deals last February, just changed the whole complexion of the team. Grimes trying to keep him out of the lane. Washington didn't get the three, instead drives in, high out the window, no good. Now he's got to recover. Grimes, quick rip. As it's 4 and change left to go. It's a Dallas team that runs a system of its own right, and Dinwiddie takes the bump, and he's already got 9 points, which is right at his seat.
Good job, too, of just going with the pressure. As Dinwiddie a little bit short.
Wiggins, he'll spin away from Cleveland. That's back-to-back takes right at Maxi Cleveland. Early game struggles. He did it in Dallas on Friday. Did it against Utah. There is Gafford.
Locked in his 3rd season, folks. That's all he's played. And he definitely should be an all-star. Still 2 halves of basketball.
Productive basketball last night.
Yeah, that's tough to do. For 2. Gafford is another one of those guys. He's back in the ball game. He doesn't like to come out.
SGA got caught in the air. Edwards, corner 3. And Edwards, they've also lost 6 consecutive games on the road. And there's a...
If he's not going to come out there and cover him, take that shot.
Nice deflection. Jay getting that high wall pressure. Little bump there from Gafford, trying to spin it home.
Onto it. Kyrie, being physical out front. And how about this? This is what we're talking about. Dallas is trying to figure that out right now.
Jay game going right. No stop at the elbow, pulls up, and SGA into double digits again with the speed trying to get up the floor. Instead, Grimes right into Jay Will. Should be an offensive foul.
And takes one for the team. I always say that, you're taking one for the team. You're taking a charge, but you also...
To be a rim protector, and if you're Jalen Williams, and you got the sense that he has in stepping in there outside. Dallas trying to get the ball out of the hands of SGA. Leads to an open look there for Wiggins, and you're going to get a loose. But now you give the ball back to Dallas with 9 seconds left.
He shoved him in the back on that play, but... Oh, goodness. Replay here. That's not a push in the back. He just had his hands on his back. His hands did not. He shoved him, but usually, you see.
Do you remember the game in Cleveland where we had the extension? Right. There was no arm extension. As Caruso in the corner lands that 3 with 1.9 seconds on the game to close out this high-scoring first 12 minutes.
And you love it too, because we talked about that as one of the keys tonight for the Thunder. With that ball movement, I'll get back to it in a second. And just knocking down 3s left and right.
Caruso feeling good from the outside, and that time Dallas able to. He's getting minutes in the early part of this second quarter. Jay Will pulls up, and he got fouled. It looked like he got fouled by.
Have you seen that one? I'm loving it. And he makes that happen. And right now, he's got 12 points, folks. 12 early points.
Smile. Williams getting minutes here. Lost it on the way up with a spin move. Wiggins was all over him. There between those 2 good passers. J-Dub's already got 4 assists. Caruso's already got 2 threes. Offense has really struggled without him over the last 14 games. As Washington had it punched away. Nice defense.
How about that move? That time by Jay Will. Just to throw Gafford off a little bit. Every time he got...
Caruso has just been stifling.
Just poked it away. Now, that guy strips up. You can never call a foul like that. Just remember that. I'm just saying. That guy knows what he's doing.
NBA. Jay Will got out a little greedy there on that backdoor pass. Washington down the lane. He had it stripped.
And just as we were talking about Alex Caruso, the guy, defense to offense, just poked. And Thunder with another chance for an and 1. Got upended. One of those plays that Spencer did really just.
And it's interesting because Mark Daigneault after the game last night said that Caruso is surgical with his on 2 free throws.
Yeah, absolutely.
They run Williams off the 3-point line. Prosper. He had athleticism and his size. Because he is a physical force when he wants to put the ball. And now quick word from Jack in the Box, who's got 8 points here in this first half. Coast. Williams skip pass, and that one too high for Washington, out of bounds. Sometimes just a little bit too much. Tough step back three. Williams the step. Baseline pass up top. Washington. No good from three. Able to get it back. Caruso was also in the vicinity. Washington. And the hook shot no good. He's on a rebound. That put back. He went 0 for 3. Dort other end. That three comes to the back of the rim. Grimes, that errant pass. We've had some close ones. Some in and out, some pinballs. That one finally goes down. Prosper is going to go to the free throw line. Players getting minutes. Second-year player. Getting minutes for Jason Kidd, and this is one more look. Now, you remember, to get there, Mike, his girlfriend texted him, "Where are we going to dinner?"
Oh, man, that was great. I tell you, that was terrific. Congratulations, too. That line and kept his distance.
He's been making his three-point attempts, too. Dinwiddie, and you see, look at all those bodies. Humanity is everywhere on the floor. Major pile up right at the free throw line. Gafford's
Carlson right there. As Gafford lost his balance, he fell over him. And then
that was like you and me in the pregame.
Really sure what the injury. He's calling for the medical staff for the Mavericks to come out, as he is still. This has all of a sudden gotten real serious here. He fell there. Looked like he may have got the information becomes available. But what a nasty spill it was.
Kyrie, tough fadeaway, and it carries right over to Cason Wallace. Come up on 5 minutes left to go here in this first half. Down on the baseline. Prosper up top. Dinwiddie had the step there on Dort, and we have seen some.
Do a hard closeout on him.
How about Cason Wallace? Eyed that three. No.
Came in shooting that three last year during his rookie season.
Two players went to Kyrie. Prosper. And just enough there with the left hand. Perfect. The review needs to be. Letter of the law. That left hand into the back of Prosper for the Mavs.
It's about as easy as it gets. And that's what you want to do, because the shot blocker's not in the ball game. And
both teams now in the bonus for the remainder of this first half. Prosper ships it over. Dallas always trying to get the ball out of his hands. Wallace no good on the three. And it's going. Morris missed his first 6-point game. Jay Will snipped it out of that pass. Dinwiddie getting very aggressive, sending it up. Continuing here, Dinwiddie, and he snuck in there. Him and Kyrie.
To make a play like that.
Shea through a couple of defenders. And the putback by.
Man. Goes into the body.
That looked like pretty good defense. Jay will still be moving as long as you're in legal guarding position, and there's two components. They got the body bump where Prosper went into the chest of Jay Will. Then you had the slap down, which looked to be mostly ball.
Oh, goodness.